It's called a horizontal Swiss warper.
Cotton town.
Well, yeah, weaving. Weaving. The cotton was not grown here, the cotton was used here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was sent up here.
This was the end user. Which way do you want to start?
Let's go this way. Let's go over here.
Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, there you go.
How much of these do you got?
I do have replicas of a few, but nothing this nice, obviously. These are originals and they're pretty much priceless. Some of them they only have pictures of. I guess they don't exist anymore. Colt Paterson #3 belt model revolver. See, not all of these are reproduced actually. Only a few. Like, I've never seen that rifle that rifle version reproduced anywhere. But they're always coming out with new stuff, so I don't know. These are nice sets, though. Oh, man. I'd love to stumble on one of those at a tag sale one day.
They got dates on them? Yep.
Yes, they do. Beautiful workmanship in those, aren't they?
I like the handles on that one.
Yeah. Yeah. It was revolutionary in its day, you know. It was something new, something all new. Nobody had thought of it yet. There's a little baby one there, too. Ah, look at that one. All the engraving on that. Wow. Copper flasks, bullet mold, loading tool, capper, it's got everything. Colt Paterson model 1839 shotgun. That's a shotgun. A revolving shotgun.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
All of them are.
You know, it is a good idea when you think of it. I want to get some still pictures of that.
You ever seen these?
I have seen pictures. Obviously, you know, I don't have anything close to this myself. I have a reproduction that was made by Pieta back in the early 2000s. Probably got to flare a little bit. Maybe not. The Patterson Colts from the Norman B. Tomlinson Jr. and Paul R. Applegate collections. That's the collection of two people, basically. This must have taken a lifetime to put all this together. Well, it's not like it's the kind of thing that just turns up, you know. You're doing a lot of estate sales, basically, before you gather this many together. I like this one. Look at this little tiny one.
I guess this one they don't have.
Well, yeah, you know, nobody has everything, but somebody has it somewhere. Just a matter of time before it shows up. I love the workmanship on that. Colt Paterson's second model ring level revolving rifle. Look at the stock on that thing. It's not, even all these years later, it's still in such nice condition.
Is that the Colt factory?
I would think it is. Look at this, somebody on the roof. You see the little guy? What is he doing? Is he working? Oh, he's working on it. Thought he was breaking in.
No, that wouldn't be until, that looks like the Hiroshima bomb, doesn't it?
What? Oh, that was the fire, yeah.
You ever seen that?
Yes, I have seen that. Yeah, that was the fire. Engine company 1.
Called a gooseneck.
Yep.
1821.
That's when you had to have some muscles, that's for sure. Patterson, New Jersey, 1821. Oops, I'm walking past something up here. What do we got? Oh, hydrant wrenches and axes. I didn't show this side of the, look at this side here with the horses. But it looked like before it burned, I guess. Unfortunate that had to happen, but you know, that's the way things go sometimes.
We've seen one of these before, didn't we?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, the bucket? They turn up sometimes. You'd be surprised. Very often they do. What is this? Oh, mineral samples. All kinds of rocks.
Look at this.
Wait a minute, I'm looking at the rocks over here. What do you mean? You're not going to bounce back and forth.
This is all local?
I am not enough of a geologist to be able to tell you that. I know very little about minerals. Some of them probably are. No, they're not local because it says right here, India, India, India. This is all India here. Probably a local collector. Nothing on that one. Now, what is it you're dragging me back here?
Look what they use for drainage. Elmwood.
Yeah, I know. I know. Wooden pipes, and that's what causes all the problems down in the city sometimes. They're still using some of those pipes. World Trade Center. Yeah. This is magnificent. Look at this. Little clean out door down there. What does it say? It says Washington. Wow. That's nice. I tell you what, when they weren't fighting fires, they were polishing brass and polishing copper. But look at all that.
1864.
It says right here. Reconditioned by the members of the FMBA number 2. 1948. And that was before they had all the fancy polishes we have now. You know, we have stuff now that doesn't really take a lot of work. Back then they didn't. It was muscle power, you know. Oh wow, look at this. Wow, I tell you, you really had to know what you were doing to put one of these together.
Mm.
And to maintain them too.
How many fingers do you think this thing took?
Well, if you didn't watch what you were doing, you could easily lose a limb, because they expected you to have common sense. You know, they were not like today where it's a nanny state and everything has a guard and everything like that. Back then, you really had to use your brain.
Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah. Well, we've been to the right museum. Curtis, right? Anyway. I have the coffee cup to prove it. The $48 coffee cup, if I recall. Holy crap, look at this. I got a hat like that somewhere. Imagine going into the river in one of these. That would be terrifying. Well, look at the seat. It's all rusted out.
Like the original.
Must have been, yeah. Wow, that's big. There's not enough drugs and alcohol in the world to get me into one of these. The Harry Cunningham, January 6, 1891. 1938.
All rotted and rusted out.
Well, yeah, you can expect that was probably stored, thrown away somewhere. Well, there we go. We got a few of those helmets. Ah, trapdoor.
How many of those do you got?
9 of them. Springfield model 1873 trapdoor, 4570. Remember the Maine, if the hell was Spain. Kaboom. And that was the excuse that got us into the Spanish-American War. Who's yelling out there? Civil War, World War I, Spanish-American War, veterans of every war. I want to get a still picture of that gigantic submarine.
Couldn't get you in there?
No way, no way. You're not getting me in something like that.
God.
That's not happening.
I mean, my God, you know, that's...
I mean, touring it is one thing. No problem there. I'll tour it, you know. But actually going out underwater and something like that, not a chance. No, I wanted to get that. Yeah, that is not going to happen. Size of that propeller on that thing. Oh, wow.
If you give you an idea how big the plane was.
Yeah, yeah. People look at the photographs, they tend to think, oh, it was tiny. No, it wasn't. It just looks that way because that's the pictures make it look that way.
You don't have any fingers and limbs.
Look at that, Scott. I'm going to take a picture of that. Well, you learned not to stick your hands where they would get the fingers chopped off. You know, they trained people. I mean, it didn't work all the time. People still lost limbs and fingers, everything else, but they also learned to be smart about it, you know. They knew that there was no backup. You know, there was no safety officer standing there saying, you know what, you know, you gotta be careful, don't do this, don't do that. So they had to do it themselves. They had to be their own safety officer. And remember, there was no OSHA back then either. They pretty much...
No OSHA,
no OSHA, no none of that.
Union. Nothing like that.
And no safety net whatsoever. Pretty much a lot of times with companies, you got hurt, you were on your own. You know, that's it. Wow, that is one amazing collection. Love it. Patent medicines. Oh. Wow, look at that cash register. I'm going to look at that in a minute.
Big old national.
Tonics. Edrolax. I can only imagine what some of these were for. I don't even want to know. Laxative. Ah, okay. Snake oils.
Go suck on a greasy coin. That'll...
Uh-huh.
Oh. You know what that sign looks like?
Nujol. What's that? Patterson General Hospital.
It looks like a creepy old sign for an insane
Yes,
asylum.
it does.
It's abandoned. That's what that looks like.
It does. E.B. Pellet. In 1894, cash register was used in the pharmacy of Edwin B. Pellet, druggist, founded in 1900 in Paterson, New Jersey. That is one beautifully ornate machine. Wow. It's just, oh, this is another one. You'd be polishing brass every day for the rest of your life. Patent medicines of the 1920s. That's the elevator motor room. And the ladies. Ding, 5 gallons, please. Ah, drill press. The design of this hasn't really changed that much.
No.
You know, it's still a drill press. It's still a drill press. Except now they're not belt driven, but at least most of them.
Little Monopoly cards.
'70s. Oh yeah.
When did it burn down?
It was used for a lot of different things, and it only burned down like living memory of the 70s or something, but it was a chemical plant. If we do a mask, we do require, but I can, if you don't. I didn't know what to say. Thanks. If you guys have any other questions, feel free.
The submarine, the big one, where is that kept?
The one that we had.
Yeah.
So that was been all over the place. Before I came here, it was in Westside Park on display as a memorial. 27 through I think we were in 80 or 81. Before that, it was on the grounds of a military school in the Bronx. And it was only there for maybe a dozen years. And it was just working on it, and that's to realized what it was and bought it from the scrap dealer. So like it was like within inches. And then that's when,
Unbelievable.
yeah, that's when the city, it came to the city and they put it out on display. And I guess while it was in the park, it got a long and you could like throw it at one point.
Oh, God.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. The whole museum could be about submarines and schools and like all kinds of stuff.
Toolbox?
Well, it's not a Gershner or the New York one is, but it's very similar. There's only so many different ways.
The little mini said this is where it was,
Yeah, I know.
in the mud.
Mhm.
Some college kids dug it out, did you hear?
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
I'd love to dig something like that if done our place. Imagine that came in for scrap, you know, back when the old man first opened the place. I'd love to have found that hidden underneath all the stuff. Machine tool chest.
Made here in Patterson and then used locally.
One of the excavators that is up in the basket of field.
Oh, okay. Hi, help you? Yes, definitely. Do you guys have maps? I have. No problem. So, it's self-guided tour, but we start sort of where you get in chronological order. So it's the napkin first, and then it kind of spins around to different industries that are happening. And then if you have any questions. No problem. No. If you like it, you can give us a donation, but for the city of Patterson. Okay, thank you. No problem.
Okay. This is it, right? We saw.
Except for the locomotive outside.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that when we go out.
Yeah, I remember